going on, everybody? I'm Barry,
AC.
and this is the Creative Control Podcast. Look, y'all may not know, but me and AC been trying to do this for a while. We made an attempt on this very first Origin episode. We even recorded it and everything.
It was a year ago.
Yeah. But your AC reminded me during pre-production today, and he was just like, yo, this was like a year ago we recorded the first one. We just never put it out, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I was blown. Bro. I couldn't really. I was like, damn, nigga,
Yeah,
right?
A lot can happen in a year too, man.
You ain't lying.
A lot can happen in a year. I feel like this past year, I definitely was able to build a different confidence into just speaking on camera. Just being in front of the camera, not behind the camera, is a totally different spectrum. So it's just a new ballpark for me. So a year later, I'm ready.
That was good because I was just getting ready to say that. I feel that the time we spent between doing this before and not doing it now, definitely a little bit more confident. I got it. Definitely a different drive right now, and it's almost just like, you know what? Let's just have fun. What do we got to lose? We doing something that we enjoy. You know what I mean? Now we stepping out from behind the camera to in front of it, and let's just see what happens. You know what I mean? And so I look at it like me and you started probably around the same time doing, in the creative space. Me and AC are both content creators, photographers, videographers, just the overall creative. There's so many titles, cinematographers, so many titles. It's hard to really narrow one thing, but we all started, both started around the same time. Me personally, when I first started about 2014 in this space, it was just something I did on the side, on the side of my 9 to 5, just working with different influencers, taking pictures, doing videos for my friends that was doing music, and it just morphed into something that I didn't expect. Like it's funny that me and AC, and we'll talk about this later, but we've done so much together in a few years that we always talk about, like, yo, it's crazy how this camera can get you from one, like, it flip your whole world around. Just this one skill could take you to places that you couldn't even imagine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, AC, like, your first start getting into this creative space, like, how'd that start for you? Because I know it, but, people,
Yeah.
give a little background on how
We'll
you
give a brief overview. I feel like I'll start after college. Well, I'll mention college because I feel like college for me was a really big platform. So I was able to touch a lot of people at one time, and actually leaving college, my network is just huge. Living up here in Atlanta, so shout out to Albany State. So I'm still able to shoot. If anyone's getting married, opening businesses, like that network is still strong.
That's dope.
But outside of graduating college, I was able to intern and assist and learn a lot. Learn a lot of business that I didn't know. I thought I was knowing some things, but it was a lot that I wasn't knowing. So I was able to pick up those skills, and then it kind of transitioned around, 2014, 15, around the same time as you, into just doing it full time and doing it professionally. Man, I've touched just different markets of what we do. Like, as far as, I've done the influencers, the events, you know what I'm saying? And I still do a lot of these things to this day, but before niching down, I really had to find my way, not only, in this creative space, but here in Atlanta, because it was blossoming
Booming
into something that I don't think that no one, we really didn't know what production would be here
at all.
So it was kind of like a right place at the right time situation. So the journey up until this point has really been a good one.
Man, look, I could tell you, like, starting off with influences, doing events, just being like a one-man band. When you first get into this space, you just take in anything and just run. Just whatever opportunity, whatever somebody need me with this camera, I'm out there. You know what I mean? Burning yourself out, getting it. But it's just the journey of it and learning. For me, this was the only thing I was ever really good at. You know what I mean? So I wasn't the best, student in school. I didn't really, school wasn't my friend. But when I got into this creative field, I was already a technical person. You know what I mean? I had that under my belt. I was always good with computers and so on and so forth. But when I got this camera, and it, I got a camera when I was young, but I stopped and I got it back later on. It just unlocked something. I was just able to use something I enjoyed to help other people, and that drove me because I was just like, people appreciate the value I'm bringing to them, and that right there helped boost me and push me to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Which it just turned into something incredible I never thought was possible. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I will double down and I will agree to that because I feel like before it's hard to think about before I really started shooting because I never really just been good at anything and I'm 5'6", like
You had hoop dreams?
things were limited from the jump. So for me, I feel like finding a camera, my appreciation for the whole thing is differently because it's just like, for me, I wouldn't even say later in life. I would say it really mapped out in college. So having that vision, it's kind of like, okay, cool, I can put some fire behind it. And before then, I felt like an NPC because what was I really focusing on before I had a camera in my hand?
I got you.
And I think that plays into the appreciation that I have for it because I feel like we meet a lot of people who are still finding that one thing to niche down on or that one goal or that one dream to chase. So to be able to, have that, at the early age of maybe like 21 or 20 or we'll just play in that ballpark.
Copy.
Around that age, I'm appreciative, but it's definitely been a journey even to look back on right now.
What do you think, like, during the beginning stages? And, everybody has their own trials, tribulations, something that really, what was that first failure at the beginning stage that made you like, damn, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. You got to go into too much detail, but
I'm trying to think, cause it's not one that really sticks out to me the most, but I will say this personally: every time I did make a mistake, I told myself that I'll never make it again.
Yep.
Like I said, I realized how important these visuals are to people and how important my job is to people, and people are trusting me to do a great job. So, within knowing that, I've run into problems where I've deleted footage or yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all done formatted a card or lost a hard drive, you know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So it's things that we can control and we can't control. But a lot of situations on both spectrums, I always tell myself, like, I'll never let this happen again. Like, this only happens once. So if it comes down to losing footage, like, now we know we backing things up ASAP. We might back it up over here, back it up over there, not delete it off the card. Just like, you know how things go. So that security net, so even things like that, or just client management. I've been in positions where I wouldn't say that I handled a client poorly, but I think in the beginning, I had the need to please the client relationship-wise over the work. So I wanted you to like me. I wanted you to feel good versus like going super, super hard on the work. Like I feel like the work was well, but in my mind, it was like, I don't know what I had going on. It was like a combo pack. So I had to really learn like what mattered the most. And I had to really learn what mattered the most and
I hear you though. I feel you.
I had to learn what mattered the most and how to create a balance when it comes to these working relationships.
Got you.
And I had to realize like all clients are not going to be your friend, and you're not supposed to be friends with all of your clients. Like working relationships work well, associates work well. And in the beginning, I was taking things personal, So that's a part of the learning hump in the beginning too. Like, man, why? Or like kind of questioning yourself when things go wrong versus with a little bit more experience, you've been through so much. It's kind of like you don't beat yourself up as much.
I had to learn quickly that this is a business. I didn't not take certain things personal. Everybody's not gonna like what you do, and sometimes you're gonna make a mistake here. You're gonna do this, and just not be too hard on myself. I have, and this is part of my superpower. I'm overly prepared. I do double this. I got two, three of these, this and this. And if I mess up something, man, knowing I was super prepared, that shit kills me. I'm just like, Barry, you knew this. Like, come on, man. Like, you did this. And I know I had, I just started beating up. But you know what? But the client may not have noticed, but for me, I already let them down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was something I had to really, and it was a psychological thing. It was me, because I realized our clients are not looking at this as deeply as we are. You know, we are more focused on the end result and making sure this is right, this is right, this is right. For them, this looks amazing. But to us, you know, we pixel peeping, we doing this, we want to make sure. So I had to get that out of my mind that, you know what I mean? Certain people are just happy with this. You thinking too deep. Just get the job done, be professional, do what you got to do, and keep it moving. That was a big challenge for me.
So let me ask you this: what was the moment where you felt like you knew that it was happening? Like, this is real.
Ooh.
I could keep doing this. I could keep making money here, and opportunity is gonna keep flowing here. What was the moment that you felt?
Keep it 100% a buck. The moment I got let go from my job, I knew, and I can't say, well, what gave me the confidence, because I've already was running my business behind the scenes on top of, you know, my professional work, you know what I'm saying, career, excuse me, for a while, quite a few years. So when my job, you know, cut back, it was like, look, gotta let you go, boom, boom, boom. Usually people are like, oh shit, what do I do now? I was blessed enough to have a partner at the time. You know, it was my girlfriend, which is my wife now. At the time, I told her after they done let me go, called her, and I was just like, yo, this is what happened. And she was like, well, you can do this full time. And I was just like, you think I could do this? And she was like, no, come on, man, you got me. Like, of course. And at that moment, I said, damn. She believes in me. I'm thinking back. I did so much leading up to this point on the side. I'm like, you know what? I can pull this off. And then from that point, it went to even another level. You know what I mean? That took me to another space, and I was just like, damn, I can't believe I made it here. And that space it took me to actually linked us and brought us to a whole nother zone. You know what I mean? That took me to, you know, a travel space opportunity where I was able to connect people that I know do dope work, and we could come together as a team, you know, along with AC. Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying, my travel crew. Y'all know who y'all are. I could, you know, I could name drop, but y'all know. Y'all watching this, y'all know exactly who y'all are. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. But it brought me to a space where I was just like, yo, I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? And ladies and gentlemen, like, it's crazy because I met AC years ago when we both were working with clients that was collabing on a project together. And we just happened, he was working with his client, I'm working with my client, they doing a collab, we saw each other. It was almost like we both was in the zone. We didn't have time to really, hey man, what's up, bro? What you shoot? It wasn't none of that. We was both just trying to get this work.
Get this work.
We gave each other the nod, like, all right, let's do what we gotta do, and we was out. But, and then I, you know, see him over the years on social media. Hey, man, do keep up the good work. It's, you know, a mutual respect of someone that's doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It wasn't no competitive thing. Like some people go through those things. You know, you can say, hey, brother, I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. So when the opportunity came for something big to happen to me, I reached out and was like, yo, brother, I got this opportunity going on. What's up? And
the reach out was crazy.
What was the reach out like?
Let me reach out. I don't know if I should. All right, so look, I'm gonna just dive into that after I tell my little story. So the moment that I knew, what year was this? What year did you hit me up with the?
That was
2022, 3,
maybe 22,
22 going into 3,
something like that.
All right, cool. I think one of those years was just a really good year for me. I think 2022, I was able to touch like a lot of corporate clients. So it's like you work, and you cop all this equipment and you prepare yourself for the day that you get your dream gig. And I got a lot of dream gigs that year. So I was just on a high all year, very grateful, just living in a space of gratitude. And I'll never forget. I believe, okay, so I had a magazine cover with Grind Pretty. So I shot the video.
Shout out
to Grind Pretty. So I shot the video for Jada and Jada Chavez? Jada Waiter, man. Y'all know Jada.
There you go.
So listen, so the magazine rollout was so dope. We went to New York to the Lobos office. We had a magazine cover release party. They put the video in Times Square, so I flew up there.
Was living the dream.
Bro, I'm living the dream. I'm in LeBron office. I'm like, bro, where you at, bro? Where you at? There's Lobos everywhere. I'm like, okay, cool. So my hotel is right there in Times Square, so I'm leaving the spot. I Ubered to Times Square, and I'm just walking Times Square. It's late. It's cold. And I'm just looking at my work in Times Square, bro. Like, just looking like, I ain't even from New York. I have no attachments to New York, but it's like, that staple. That's like, if you get that, that's like big. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I can't tell you when it happened, but I'm opening my email and I'm looking at my email and I'm telling you, I'm already having a great year. I'm already blessed. I'm looking at my email and I'm like, how designs? And it's basically like, the email basically said like, bro, you trying to travel the world. You trying to go to like 10 countries. So you know how you got to check your email to see if it's like spam or scam, somebody trying to take some money from you or something. So I'm looking at the email. I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
My boy thought it was a scam. You're not the only person to tell me that.
Scammed, yo.
I didn't think, bro. I didn't draft the email. My wife Jasmine did, and I was just saying, reaching out to people, and I sent the email to a lot of people I know that was dope in Atlanta, and I know their work was amazing. A lot of people reached back. I guess it maybe went to spam, but people thought it was fake. But I appreciate the fact that you replied back and was just like, yo, bro, I want to know more. Like, I'm with it. Man, what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super grateful because undertaking an opportunity of this magnitude, you know what I'm saying, just doesn't come along often. And for me, I'm not the type of person, I want to share this. You know what I mean? So I know I couldn't do all this by myself, and I wouldn't want to. So my thing was, hey, I need cool people to come along this journey with me. Are you willing? So everybody can enjoy this. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'm never a person to hold something. I want to share it with everybody. So that fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Us traveling together, really getting to know each other, you know what I'm saying? As men, as brothers, you know what I'm saying? Building that bond, talking with each other, having these experiences. And listen, we're going to get, here's a funny experience. And y'all may think it's funny. AC may not think it's funny.
Which one?
Listen, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends know, I had a tendency in the past to pass out. You know what I'm saying? If you will, I would, have a little spell, pass out. It happened to me at a couple weddings growing up, maybe one time in school. You know what I'm saying? It was just every now and then. I don't know if it was overheated or whatever the case was.
It was the seafood at the buffet.
But on this particular trip,
just keep it a buck. you was eating a lot of that Dubai seafood.
So he dropped a weed in Dubai. You know what I mean? And I'm eating some food at the buffet. We having a good time, and
nah, you ain't telling the story right. So we eating at the fancy hotel. We eating the buffet. So my boy B like to eat. You feel me? So he getting how they go. You go to certain places. They tell you don't eat certain things. They didn't tell us in Dubai, but just like mental notes that to make. Like maybe I'll take it light, not B. So bam, smash the buffet. So we on the way back to Dubai. We like 45 minutes from Dubai. So I'm asleep. Boom, we on the bus. So all I hear is a boom, like a loud thump. And then the bus going crazy. So I wake up, because I ain't been sleeping well. Anyway, wake up. My boy B passed out in the aisle of the bus. Me, I get a little emotional. Because I don't understand what's happening. My boy passed out on his back. Bro, I started crying, Jack.
Yo, but you see, now when you told me how you was feeling, and you was like, yo, bro, we just had a deep conversation.
Bruh.
Me and my boy was talking some real
We
shit.
was talking some real stuff.
Now my boy's on the ground. Unconscious.
My boy sleep.
So here's what happened.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? We in Dubai. We get up back on the bus. Hey, shout out to Travel Divas, by the way. Listen, amazing company. Gave us the opportunity. We loved it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Shout out. We on the bus back, driving. It might have been Abu Dhabi or whatever, because we go back to. I remember AC sleep. Everybody on the bus is tired. I'm up. All I remember, my stomach bubbling, my head hurting a little bit, and I'm like, I feel like I gotta throw up. That's what I felt. I felt like a little bubble. So I said, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm looking, because you on those coach buses, usually they're supposed to have a vomit bag. I didn't see no vomit bag. I never threw up on a bus before, but I know on planes and coach buses that have a lot of people on it's supposed to have vomit bags. It didn't have maybe I just didn't see it. So I'm like, let me walk up to the front of the bus.
You tried to get up.
And ask the driver or our tour guide. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Matthew. That's my boy.
Man.
I said, let me walk up to my boy Matthew and say, yo, do you got a throw-up bag? So all I remember was standing up. I stood up, and that's when I felt it, because I know when I'm about to pop, I'm about to drop. I could feel it. I could feel the you know what I'm saying, the lights going out. I know. So when I stood up, all I heard was lady say, you okay, baby? I said, nah. and that was it. I woke up. People was on top of like, hey, Barry, da-da-da, you all right? Da-da-da. And I remember one of the ladies asking me a question like, hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
He's out Barry, I'm from Yonkers. I'm Barry from Yonkers.
And I'm passed out. I'm waking up, coming to, and I'm answering the questions. It's throw up everywhere. I even knew I threw up. You know what I'm saying? So it's throw up everywhere. The ambulance came. You know what I'm saying? They asking me, do I want to go to the hospital? Listen, man, no disrespect to no countries. I don't want to go to the hospital in no other country. I felt like, I'm sure the medical care is great out there, but I'm good. I told him I'm good. I'm in AC trying to get some footage.
No folks almost took me to
They
jail.
told him, you can't record. You go to jail. Some y'all, he was like, that's my brother.
Like, bro, I'm trying to send it to his wife. He's like, bro,
You know
I
what I'm
will
saying?
call the police to come lock you up.
He did say that. But, that was my story. You know what I'm saying? I know AC got one. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Should I tell
Hey, man,
the
what I'm
Dubai
saying?
story? Or which one is the Dubai story or the champagne story?
Yo,
Champagne.
let's do the champagne.
All right, bet.
Champagne was good, man.
So I'm going to keep this cryptic.
Yeah, please.
All right. So we're traveling to Champagne, France. So we're on this chateau. We got the whole chateau rented out. It's a smooth time. The whole trip was amazing. So
AC. So they understand what this chateau. This is not Chateau Elan.
Nah.
This is
in the middle of the country in France.
This is better than Chateau. Don't disrespect Chateau Elan. Hey, we would love to come out there. You know what I'm saying? Hold us down with a little something. No disrespect. But we was in France, and this chateau made Chateau Elan look like Sha. You know what I'm saying? But continue.
All right, bet. I don't even know how to cryptically tell this stuff. All right.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So, typically, like, when we're taking these trips, they're from like 7 to 10 days. And if you're in the States and you're used to just partaking in certain, festivities
Yes, okay.
that you can't necessarily get those things in other countries, or
Unless
sometimes it could be very illegal
yes,
for you to partake in these festivities
unless
in
you
these
know the right
different countries,
people.
unless you know the right people. So day 2 or 3 of the trip, without me partaking, I get a little cranky,
Bro, you know what's funny about that? I didn't know how you really need your medicine.
bro. I be on
Okay, I didn't
edge.
know
I
that.
just be on edge. All right, so listen. So we in the middle of nowhere. We at the chateau. So we're leaving dinner one night, and the head waiter, super cool guy, bro.
Oh.
I can't remember your name at the moment, bro, but I swear I'm gonna send you this video. I'm gonna send you this video. So we leaving dinner one night, and as we're leaving, we're about to walk out the door, and he's like, "Yo, you guys need anything?" Before, super nice people that been asking us, if we need anything all day. So he's like, "You guys need anything? Any wine, champagne, any more food?" And he said, "Zaza."
Bro, I did not believe he said that. I knew in that moment, oh, AC, he just really he's hallucinating. That's how
Bruh.
bad.
He said, "Some Zaza."
I,
Said. So we get back to the room.
I
I
can
said,
see
"B."
your head is spinning.
I said, "B." I could have swore he asked if we needed some wick. I could have swore he asked if we needed some trees. Be like, "Bro, you tripping. You gotta relax. You gotta just take it easy.
Yeah, man, you need
know what I'm
some
saying?"
sleep.
I'm like, I ain't used to hearing stuff, but I ain't used to not partaking in my festivities. I'm like, you know what? I'm really on one.
Mm-hmm.
Go to sleep. So it's probably like maybe 2 days later, we having a pool party.
Yeah.
Pool party. So we outside, we lounging, we on the chairs, we chilling out. He come up again. "You guys need anything? Want some drinks? Some food?" He said, "Some Zaza." Bro, I lost it. I said, "I told you."
He jumped up at the pool.
I told you he had it on him.
Yo, I couldn't believe it. Yo, I felt bad because I thought my boy was tripping. Most of the trip, I said, yo, he can't be tweaking.
Bro,
But no bullshit.
sure enough,
Sure enough, he had it on him.
he had it on him. Shout out to you, Jack.
Shout out to my brother.
We in the back of the back,
The back.
talking good. You know what I'm saying?
My man got emotional at one point. Like, look where I'm at.
God got me everywhere I go. Across the globe. Across the globe, I'ma find it.
Yo.
Oh man.
Good, yeah, classic times. And that's just small pieces, you know what I'm saying, of just the experiences we had traveling. And through those experiences, man, like building a bond together. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I would never be able to do that without a team. You see what I'm saying? And I learned that early, like, you need a team. My brother used to tell me that all the time, said, look, man, you can do a lot by yourself, but the real people that win, have a team. You know what I'm saying? You have people that do what you do, what you do at 100%, to do what they do. Y'all come together like you know what I'm saying, like Voltron, and really make things happen. And I saw the power in it in those time, in that 3 years, you know what I'm saying, of doing it, and it was a blessing. So the fact that we were out there, we were able to do amazing work, had these experiences, and that morphed into something. You know what I'm saying? Us talking about, working with each other and really finding out how good we work together. We have similar interests of how we, treat people, how we conduct business. It turned into an idea. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we are today. That idea turned into this new brand we want to create called Creative Control. You know what I'm saying? And it started off as just this idea, and then we started bouncing things. And I think of creative control like most people. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like that freedom to create. Whatever, however, whenever. You know what I'm saying? And if we can help people gain that, you know what I'm saying? We can understand how people have gained that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the podcast, because I would love to talk to people about their ups, their downs, their wins, their losses. You know what I'm saying? But this idea came from us working together out there and seeing a whole side of the world that most people can only dream of, and the opportunities that came from us having this camera. You know what I'm saying? Was powerful for us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just one of those things. So like, AC, what does us building this brand like? What does that look like for you? How do you feel about just for us even starting something together? You know what I'm saying? We've done something individually with our own personal companies, but us doing something collectively. How does that feel to you, man?
I think personally, just joining a situation like this and being blessed enough to have a partnership and a friendship like this is really insightful and really meaningful for me. Um, I think before us, it was kind of just a dream. You know how you run into situations or certain friendships or work friendships, and it looks ideal in the beginning, then it kind of trickles to something else,
Yep.
else in the end. I think most creatives thrive better with other creatives.
Correct.
So before you, it was in a sense like a one man show. So being able to have this relationship has taught me a lot of teamwork and community. And it just goes to show me every time that there's a lot of things that I just don't want to do alone from a creative standpoint. So it took me from being a one man show to everything that I do, I want to shoot with the team. Like I've always seen the importance of it, but I haven't been able to grasp it. So for me, that's why I'm overly grateful that we're able to do this, and then we're able to pull other people in to not only make money but actually build their skill set and get different opportunities. So it's really a blessing, man. There were a lot of times in my career I wish I had someone to call and just ask a question of just navigate me. I don't need anything. Just tell me, is this a good idea or a bad idea? Those doors wasn't necessarily open. So to be able to be that for other people is truly a blessing. And I believe that that's where God kind of just wanted me to take my career. I was always running away from being like a teacher and just giving away knowledge because I'm self-taught for the most part. So it's like, you coming to ask me, I'm like, maybe you should go ask somebody else. That was like my whole thing for the whole time. And people like, can you come teach a class or can you come talk to the kids? I'm like, no, I'm not talking to no kids. I ain't ready for that. My mom was like, later in life, I could figure it out because I've learned so much. So it's like when I'm 55, yeah, I got a lot to tell your kids. I was resting in that space for far too long. And this year I just feel like we're walking out on a lot of faith.
Bro.
So with the opportunities we've been blessed and you've been blessed with and been able to give me, I hadn't seen none of the world before and then it's like what 10, 12, 13 countries in 1 year. So for you to be able to give that to me, put X amount of dollars in my pocket, and it also gave me the experiences of a lifetime. And that's just off of relationships and community. So
Man,
it's a blessing to be here, man.
stepping out, from a different standpoint of we're used to being behind the camera. We never viewed ourselves as being front facing because I never did. And it's funny, even before starting this with you and doing this, my brother used to tell me, and my brother was a big mentor for me in this creative space. He always just told me, you know what I'm saying, yo, don't hold knowledge, give. So that was already just in my DNA. I never thought myself as a teacher or a thought leader. I would tell people just in passing a bunch of different things that I know. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it helps. I didn't know that people, it really stuck to people. They maybe viewed me as such. I never deemed myself that, but now I want to tap into that more. You know what I'm saying? If I can reach out, more people in mass that maybe started out like me and just needed, you know what I'm saying, that extra talk to the extra insight. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, bro. Whatever I got, you got access to. It's nothing. I don't really. That doesn't matter to me. The fact that I'm able to help you get to the next level, because I'm a firm believer of high tide, raises all ships. You know what I'm saying? That's a saying I heard, and I truly believe that if you see me at this level and I help you gain to this level, the next level you go, you could possibly come back to lift me up. You know what I'm saying? To something that I didn't even know about. I didn't even have an opportunity to do. So for me, cultivating those relationships, you know what I'm saying, is extremely important to me. You know what I'm saying? I really am a firm believer in friendships, relationships. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a person really in the material things and money. I don't really care about that. It's the people I really care about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important to me about this brand, this new venture we're getting into, touching the people, bringing people together, like me and you, other creative people in creative spaces, connecting each other, how you can help each other, build a network, community, resources, you know what I'm saying, opportunities, because that stuff is important. You know what I'm saying? You never know where you help somebody and what place they're going to be in a few years from now. And they're able to say, hey, yo, remember that? Come, I got this, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This person could turn into X, Y, and Z, and now it's like you connected with because you helped them. They reach back for you. That's what we want to continue to do. We want to get away from the egos and the competition. Saying, listen, there's opportunities out here for all of us in this creative space. You know what I'm saying? You think about the Haagen-Dazs, 32 flavors, flavor for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. If your skill set works for these people, this person works for these people. Those opportunities is endless for us. It's just finding your lane, double down on it, providing value for people, helping them out. That's what it's about. So that's what I really want Creative Control to be, as a umbrella brand. But now we doing this podcast, which is an extension of it. I want this podcast to be a resource as well. On top of us talking about what we do and so on and so forth. When we bring our special guests in, I want people to learn from our guests, learn from their failures, learn from their wins. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get that insight to the people. That's important to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want this to be about. Bro, I get to this mode.
No.
You know
get real passionate. I know, and I just listen.
This mode, I start to
yeah.
Damn, am I preaching? I'll be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that we've taken this step. We took it before, but this one feels different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And us, going through what we're going through, I was saying, as long as we taking these small steps, we gonna get to where we go because our hearts are in the right place. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna feel us. The people that's supposed to feel us is gonna feel us. They're gonna know it's coming from the right place, and we'll get where we're going, and we'll build this thing brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? And just have fun with it. I want us to continue to have fun with it and keep doing what we're doing, and we want y'all to keep tuning in. AC, what closing thoughts do you have, bro?
I think I'll just double down on Creative Control, and just let you guys know that we are here to create a community. It's been a lot of times, like we said, that we wanted to reach out and pick up the phone to ask for help or to ask for advice or to just be able to shadow in an event or a conference shoot or just learn things that were a little out of our realm. Mm-hmm. So Creative Control is just a space for you to learn, connect, and grow.
There you go.
So I don't want to say too much.
Well, listen, AC didn't want to spill all the beans. All right. But we have big plans, and we want everybody to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? They're coming on the way, but we just making these small steps to these bigger plans.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do want to say though, if you're looking for a home team, if you're looking for a community, like serious community, Creative Control is the place. Like I said, we are here to learn, we are here to teach, and we are here to inspire. So, anyone, I would say Atlanta, but anyone who's just looking to grow, we want to be a hub for your growth.
For sure. For sure. So, look, everybody, we appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll have something special for you, and we're just going to keep this going. I'm Barry.
AC.
We out, y'all.